Mycophenolate is an immunosuppressive drug that blocks IMP dehydrogenase, used to help prevent transplant rejection. In this video, I'll share my visual mnemonic to help you remember all the information about mycophenolate, so you'll be ready for testing. It seems we've caught this old Italian guy in the middle of making his morning coffee during a camping trip. First, take a look at that funnel over here. Since this guy is Italian, he drinks espresso, and you know the Italians are super picky about their coffee. Fittingly, he's using a microfunnel to filter his coffee beans, micro-sized for his espresso cup and to filter out the fine grounds. By the way, this microfunnel is actually our anchor for mycophenolate, since microfunnel and mycophenolate sound pretty similar. Mycophenolate is an immunosuppressant drug with a few high-yield facts to remember. Let's dive in to learn more. Now check out this cane in the old man's hand. This guy is no spring chicken, so he uses this cane to help him get around. By the way, this cane helps me remember that mycophenolate causes immunosuppression, meaning that it suppresses or weakens the immune system. This is obviously useful in the context of organ transplant when we want the immune cells to stop attacking the donor organ. Mycophenolate is also used to treat autoimmune disease like lupus, specifically in the context of lupus nephritis. Okay, so how exactly does mycophenolate suppress the immune system? Well, to find out, turn to the coffee filter over here. Do you see all the dirty stuff on the filter? Looks like the filter did a great job blocking the impurities from seeping into the espresso. Well, anyways, this filter blocking impurities is actually our symbol for mycophenolate blocking IMP dehydrogenase. Do you get it? Because impurities literally starts with IMP. Recall from our video on de novo purine synthesis that IMP dehydrogenase is used to convert IMP to GMP. Since lymphocytes such as B cells and T cells rely almost exclusively on purines made from the de novo pathway, mycophenolate stops lymphocytes from replicating. This suppresses the immune system, preventing it from attacking the transplanted organ. Unfortunately, blocking de novo synthesis of purines does produce some adverse side effects. For one, it especially affects rapidly dividing cells such as bone marrow cells and the enteric mucosa, because they also rely on de novo synthesis of purines. Treatment with mycophenolate, therefore, can cause GI upset or pancytopenia. Most of these symptoms are kind of non-specific to mycophenolate, so don't worry too much about these. But do take a look at the camper van over there. If you have ever been camping, you know that these large camper vans are ideal camping vehicles to hold stuff. This camper van also happens to be our symbol for CMV, since camper van has the prominent letters C, M, and V. Do you see it? Anyways, CMV actually stands for cytomegalovirus, and treatment with mycophenolate is said to increase the risk of CMV infection. This one is kind of unique and is reasonably well documented in the literature, making it fair game for test day. So remember the camper van to remember CMV susceptibility with mycophenolate. Alright, that's it for mycophenolate. Let's leave the old man to his morning espresso and recap quickly. Mycophenolate is an immunosuppressant drug that helps prevent transplant rejections and treats lupus nephritis. It does this by blocking IMP dehydrogenase, an enzyme necessary for the de novo synthesis of purines. Since T cells and B cells rely heavily on purines synthesized from this pathway, mycophenolate effectively blocks these lymphocytes from replicating, thus suppressing the immune system. Although mycophenolate causes some general side effects, the most important to note is that it increases the risk of CMV or cytomegalovirus infection. Whew. Okay, now we're actually done with mycophenolate. I kind of want some espresso myself. I'll see you in the next one.